Okay, hello everybody. Welcome. We're doing something different tonight. I know normally do our Sunday call, but this time I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do it more of a webinar format, have a broadcast, and I actually brought on a special guest for us. This gentleman who I'm about to introduce you to is Troy Brocco of CPR Restoration. They do a lot of our work for us to help us when we have basements, to have plumbing issues, the water's everywhere, to get it dried out, make sure the person doesn't get any mold in the house. They're also the group of people that came to the Greenbelt office recently and talked to us about how to deal with asbestos. And I trust me, guys, they have bailed me out of a lot of situations, and they can do the same for you. When you get those situations, it's good to call this man here. So, Troy, welcome to the broadcast tonight, man.
Barrett, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Can't see who's on here, but I'm here.
Right. And Troy and I are both Steeler fans, so you see we got our gear on and everything, so we ready for the game tonight. So we need to win this game, Troy. We got to win
Absolutely.
this. Absolutely. Bye week. We got to go into it. So Troy, tell everybody about CPR Restoration.
What CPR Restoration is, we're a full-service remediation company. We've been in business for over 20 years. We have approximately 200 employees, so we're not a franchise like most of you are used to dealing with. We don't have that national name like other companies might have, but when you're dealing with a franchise situation, you're dealing with maybe people that have 10 to 12 employees. We have the ability to pull people from all three of our offices. We have an office, which is our main hub out of Northeast Philadelphia, and that services the Pennsylvania, South Jersey, Maryland, DC, and Baltimore area. We have another office in Perth Amboy, which services our central to North New Jersey area and areas like the Poconos and so forth. And then we have our office in Oceanside, New York, which services all 5 boroughs of New York, including Westchester. Fortunately enough for me, I'm in charge of all of those. So if you need assistance from me, I handle all 3 of those offices in all those areas. I do the business development for the company. I've been with the company going on 4 years now, and I've been in the industry for going on 9 years. And basically, I have about 18 plus years in business development. So anything that you need from me, I can help you. With Barrett, I'm available at any time via phone call, Sunday evenings right before a Steelers game while I have guests upstairs waiting for me to get my ribs done. But I can come down and help out anytime. Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, what we do outside, which sets us apart of other remediation companies, is we also handle mold abatement, lead and asbestos abatement, which is very important to you because you'll find that, look, we're all in this to make some money and help people in the process. If we can open our eyes to more things that we're not used to looking for, like asbestos and like lead, you could be surprised how we can turn a claim from a $1,200 water loss into a $10,000 to $15,000 asbestos or lead abatement. Why I bring that up to you is a lot of the houses that you're going to be dealing with were built before 1978. Our environmental division, which is a sister of our company, which handles the remediation, it's CPR Remediation and CPR Environmental. Same owner, same company, same people running it. We just have higher skilled people handling the lead and asbestos abatement. Reason being is on a water loss, we just need a supervisor that's IIC certified, and then he can give direction to the employees or the workers, if you may, that can take direction and remediate the house. With lead and asbestos, every person that is on that job has to be licensed. So that right in itself takes a $5,000 loss and turns it into $10,000 loss just because of employee payment right there. So instead of paying someone $10 to $15 an hour, we're now paying someone $85 to $90 an hour. And now you have 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 people doing that. That's why the jobs bring in more wages for the insurance companies. And if we catch it while it's hot right now, if everyone remembers, mold was the hot topic 10, 15 years ago. Now all of a sudden the insurance companies put what? Mold endorsements on their policy. They put limitations on their policy. Right now there's no limitations on asbestos. So we're trying to take advantage and take the bull by the horns, so if you will, to get in and jump ahead of the 8 ball and the curve. So this way we can actually get these claims before the insurance companies figure it out, and then find a way to combat that. I know, Barrett, you can have some specific questions you want to ask me, and then I'll answer them for your people.
And I want to make sure everyone knows, if you have a question, I know this is not an open forum, but email me the question and I'll make sure that I get it to Troy so we can get that answer to you.
Absolutely.
Well.
Absolutely.
And also I want to say that Troy CPR is actually a company that Metro is in business with. We work together on a lot of things. So it's not just me bringing Troy in. Metro definitely sanctions them working with us as well, because we do a lot of work.
Actually, that's how our relationship started, Barrett, because we are a preferred vendor. It's just you and I developed not only a business relationship, but a friendship with as well. So that makes this possible for this to happen.
Exactly. Now, Troy, so when should someone contact you?
As soon as they find out that there's damage. Waiting too long is too late. Basically how we work, obviously not everyone, I don't have a relationship with everyone like I do with you, Barrett. We always want to get an adjuster involved, but it doesn't hurt to have a conversation with me on the phone. So as soon as you get that loss from your client, who hopefully will become our client, call me right away so we can come up with a game plan. And I always like to attack our plan our attack and then attack our plan. So once we can do that with the conversation on the phone, we can then figure out, what do we have? Is it worth for us to go down and take a look at it? You can always send me pictures. And then we open that line of communication up from the time that you get the call about the loss is probably the best time to call me.
And I know some of you may be concerned, well, Troy works out of the northern area of Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Trust me, I have contacted him several times on claims I've had in Maryland. He's gotten on the phone with the homeowner, set up an appointment. He was there the next morning. He had his people there the next morning to deal with pretty much any situation I brought up, whether it's a water issue, or whether it's a mold issue. What we want to do is just make sure we get someone in there to take care of that as quickly as possible. And Troy, he answers his phone. That's one thing that's important. He answers his phone, and if he doesn't, he calls me back. So that's something. And just like he just said, I'll send him pictures of the damages. I'll send him the claim jacket written up just so he can see that we got the claim written. Sometimes I'll send him the deck page as well. And that's all he needs. He'll get in touch with the client, make sure that they're on board, and we rock and roll. It's really not that complicated. It's just I wanted to make sure that you guys can get in touch with Troy and know what's going on. Now, Troy, tell them, in dealing with, say, a water loss,
yes,
what should they be looking for?
Okay, depending on the type of loss, we'll go with, say, a toilet overflow or a water heater bursting. What you want to look for in that loss is areas of where there's visible damage of where the water touched, whether it's behind the vanity, the baseboards, the type of wall it is it drywall, is there paneling, is there wallpaper. Then I need to know the type of flooring we're dealing with, because now we're dealing with categories and classifications of the water. So these are things that I've actually become a licensed instructor to teach classes for Metro. So you'll see me at some fast tracks now, and you'll be able to get CE credits for some of the stuff that we talk about. Right. So that is, I've done 2 so far, one for Lori Fantini, and then we did one up in North Jersey where Bill Undercuffler himself was there. And but what you're basically looking for, not to get off on a tangent, is just we need the date of loss, or most importantly, the time that they saw the damage. So it could have happened 4 months ago, but they may not have seen it until yesterday. That happens a lot in basements. So if you can get me the type of flooring, and then I want you to look around, because now we're dealing with the asbestos end. Look for those 9x9 tiles. If you see a tile that popped because it got wet, look to see if there's something black underneath, like that black glue, that adhesive, because that 9 times out of 10 is an asbestos type tile. Look for if you have multiple floors damaged and you see the water from the second floor bathroom go down into the main floor, down into the basement. Do they have popcorn ceiling? Because popcorn ceiling has asbestos in it. So these are things that you might not have known to look for previously, that if we do a couple of these webinars and you hear about it more often, you'll be more apt to go ahead and act accordingly. But always, always find out if they have insurance coverage. You already know this from your training, but I'm telling you the things that I need to help facilitate for me to help you validate the claim for your homeowner. I need the type of water loss, when it happened. I need the contact information of the insured, not of the person that's living there, of the person that is on the insurance policy or the owner of the property. Because that's crucial for us, because that's who we need to sign our work authorization to give us permission to do the work, and then for us to give all that documentation to you as the adjuster on the claim, so we can bill the insurance company accordingly and then help you guys to look like superstars because we got everything covered. No money came out of their pocket, and then maybe you guys can take the claim from A to Z with your knowledge and expertise.
Yeah, and that's important. Troy hit on something that's so vital, and I know it may seem obvious, but make sure that there's coverage. Troy, I know you can vouch for this. We've had people call you about what they thought was a claim, and they haven't even verified there's coverage. They thought it was a claim, and it may not be big enough to where you need to be involved. They thought that there was something to call you for, and it may not even be something that needs any remediation. So
exactly.
It's a lot of things that you need to learn your craft, learn your business. When it comes to the mold, I'll admit I'm still learning a lot. But the great thing about the asbestos, I'm still learning a lot. And the thing is, with the asbestos is you don't have to be an expert, really.
Absolutely not.
Call in an expert.
Exactly. And trust me, I don't know everything either. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to find it out quickly. But I will at least let you know, hey, look, I do not have an answer, because I'm not comfortable with just blowing smoke and saying the right thing, because if you feel you're saying the right thing, it could actually be the wrong thing. So I err on the side of caution and just say, hey, look, give me a few minutes. I will find this out, because, hey, we learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And that's how you grow in this industry. If you sit there and think that you know everything, you're going to find out quickly that you don't. And you're going to close your eyes to things that, hey, look, you're comfortable with, you're comfortable with. A lot of people only write smoke claims. A lot of people only write clogs. Well, I was going to say backup, but that's not the word we want to use. Some people only deal with toilet overflows. They stay in their wheelhouse and their comfort level, and they leave a lot of money on the table because they're not comfortable with it. So I would much rather you just call me. We can have a brief conversation, and you'd be surprised what we can find out. The simplest question to ask is, what year was your home built? If it was built in 1992, there's a good probability maybe there's not asbestos in the house. Maybe on the roof, but not on the building material inside the house. But if you're dealing with a home that was built in 1974, 1975, 1978, even to the point of 1986, because although they stopped making asbestos for homes, the surplus that they had when they stopped putting it in homes in 1978, they continued to do it up until the 1984, 1986 timeframe. So it doesn't hurt to maybe get that tested, but you have to get approval from the insurance company first, because the test costs money, and your homeowner will be put on the hook for it if you didn't get the clearance from the insurance company first.
Gotcha. Now, I want to say right now, our next fast track is in April, so I'm putting in my bid to have Troy come and speak at our next fast track.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, we have you and Anthony. That's 2 C's right there.
Well, Anthony's not an approved. He's not an approved. So okay. I would have to actually make the platform, send it in to Janice, get it approved, and then that will become an approved class. As of right now,
I just want to have a lot of credits, because as of next year, Maryland has to have CE credits. So
well, there you go. Well, as of right now, just to give you a heads up, I'm already approved for mold and for water remediation. So those 2 classes right there, you can get CE credits from me. I have to send in an outline to be approved by APIA for the asbestos.
Well, what I'm going to do soon is try to lock in our date in April. And so that way I can let you know, we can already book that early in advance. You know,
absolutely. And then all I got to do, if you want anything in addition to the mold and or the water remediation. I just have to get it approved.
Right. Okay, cool. Fantastic. And see, Troy, I'm not going to keep you here all night because I know that there's something very important about to go on in a few minutes.
Absolutely.
But I do want to say I brought Troy on tonight and at this time because he didn't invite me to have none of them ribs. So I'm just saying.
I can take some pictures of it for you.
Yeah, you ain't right. That is not going to do anything for me, bro. That is not going to do a thing for me. But Troy, that's all the questions I have for you. But I wanted to know, excellent. Is there anything that you want to talk to the people about before I let you go?
No, just once again, I want to reiterate, we are a preferred vendor. It's just not that Barrett and I get along extremely well. CPR is a preferred vendor. So you're not going to get yourself in any bind or jam by calling me directly and quote unquote going outside of your protocol by waiting for an adjuster to come and take a look. I'll work hand in hand with any adjuster that's assigned to the claim, give him the information that I was able to find based upon that conversation, because ultimately we're all working for the same goal, which is to service your client. Do not hesitate ever to contact me. Barrett has my contact information. I can be contacted via email and via phone. If it's an emergency situation, I answer my phone 24/7. If it's something that you just need to talk about and bounce off of me and it's not imperative at that point, you can still call me anytime, but I would prefer, so I can give you 100% of my attention, to call me during regular office hours. But at any point, you can call me at any time.
Did you want to give me information?
Sure. My phone number is area code 609-254-3348. And my email address is tbrocco, that's BROCCO, at CPRrestoration.com. So it's tbrocco at CPRrestoration.com, and that's all together.
All right. Well, Troy, I thank you once again for joining us tonight. I'm looking forward to getting you down here to speak to the team.
Absolutely.
And I want you to enjoy your company. Tell your wife I didn't mean to keep you so long, and I hope you all have a great celebration there, and enjoy the ribs.
Hey, all my wife saw was that you're a Steelers fan, and it was good to go.
Okay. Well, I'll get ready to say go Steelers, and I'll talk to you later, buddy. Thank you.
All right, man. Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.